They showed it to us in January, but it took a long time.
Oh, really?
We filmed the movie over a year ago.
A year ago exactly.
She turned 22 on set, and she just turned 23 2 days ago.
And I met you when you were 15, and you're turning 17.
Ah!
So old.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Great.
Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Good.
Yes. What are they going to say, though? No.
Were you guys filming it? Was it a lot of fun?
No, actually, it was a
We
terrible
really just
time.
like each other.
Seriously, though, those kids, I wish the poser was there. I could, like, talk about them individually.
They're so amazing.
That didn't really help. The 5 kids are some of the most talented we've ever met, and they were so professional, and they were such a joy to work with. I wish I could babysit them.
Yeah.
They became like our family. We all became like a family, and we had like little parties every weekend. All of us, we were singing and dancing, karaoke, and improv games, and
we did a lot of improv games.
We're such nerds. We had the greatest time.
So now that you love each other so much and you've grown so close, tell us what's the funniest thing about each other.
That she's not that funny.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that. I was like, I'm not funny.
No, but that's what makes her funny is that she knows that she's not funny.
And I'm not funny. I'm so lame.
But with the script, she's so funny.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Like if she had writers for her all the time, she'd be so
I'd be
funny.
hysterical. Good thing I'm an actress. And Sabrina's probably the funniest person you'll ever meet.
No.
So she doesn't need a script.
Thanks. Love you.
Love you.
One of my readers asked Sabrina, had you seen the movie before and had you heard that they were making it?
Absolutely. Well, actually, I didn't hear that they were making it because Disney kind of came to both Sofia and I, and we auditioned each other. We auditioned with each other.
I auditioned Sabrina. She
Yes.
auditioned me.
We auditioned with each other immediately, and we were the first to, if I'm correct, I think read for the roles, and and it worked. We were very lucky that it worked out perfectly. I did see the movie. I was a big fan. My mom was a big fan of the movie. So to be able to create a new version of such a classic, beloved tale for this new generation was something I was honored to do. And it was an incredible experience. Apparently I have a thing with like sequels and remakes. So.
Apparently me too.
Yeah, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
How much of the stunts did you guys get to do yourselves as opposed?
She gets to do. She's
I
legal.
got to do all the stunts, which is cool.
Well, I wondered because at some point it looked like you were like limping.
You were. You guys can't tell because of my incredible makeup artist, but I have a big scar on my knee. Actually, you can tell that I was.
Yes.
There's also a scene
There's an
in the movie.
outtake where she's running to her car in the beginning with her art, where she's like jumping over the bushes. She fell.
Can I just
no one saw her.
Can I also mention it was like the lamest stunt of the whole movie that I did.
Yeah, like you needed to jump over a plant.
We ran in the rain the whole movie. I was in the linen factory hanging from like 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah, you had to jump down.
I did all of that.
Everything.
When they asked me to run and walk, I fell.
I can't do
that. It's the beginning of the movie when they're like first introduced, and Lola's running out of her house with her painting because she's obviously running late. And we shot that the last week. It was 3 days before we were shooting, and they had just wet the pavement to make it look nice on camera, and I wasn't wearing shoes that had any rubber soles. We realized that, and I had to run down the hill pretty quickly, jump over a lawn mown, which was like this big, and then the second I hit the pavement, I just like wiped out. All you hear was like a thump, and you just see me disappear behind the car. But now I get to say that I fell doing a stunt.
Yeah.
So much cooler.
I got to pretend drive.
She did, and she did it. She would go, Sabrina, go right.
I would like take my hands off the wheels or forget to turn on my turn signal because I don't drive. I don't have my permit. We have a lot of bloopers of me in the car. Yeah, I can't really drive.
Will
But
there be the bloopers on like the DVD?
Yes.
I think
That's
so.
awesome.
Yeah, they
definitely will be.
Yeah, for sure.
This will be great.
I was wondering if you guys have any stories like either babysitting or from like a babysitter. Like, have you guys been
I would babysit my little cousins, but they're like such good kids. They're angels, like I'm sure all of your children are. And I have no funny stories. Like we got ice cream, I got chocolate, they got strawberry, and they went to sleep. And it was very easy, nothing like what we experienced in this movie. There was no ferrets involved whatsoever.
I've never babysat, but once I locked a babysitter out of the house because I didn't really like her, and me and my sisters. It was me and my 2 older sisters, and you know they were older. They probably could have babysat me anyways, but yeah, she wasn't a great babysitter though. I will say that because she brought over her boyfriend, and we're like, we don't know
That's
this
a big
person.
no.
I was like, well, and he was really really nice, but still, it was like, you know, you guys can go outside. We lived in the woods anyways, so they had a nice time. We just played piano inside for a couple
You guys
hours.
can go outside.
Yeah,
Lola would have totally brought her boyfriend to babysit.
she totally would.
So are you guys more of a Lola or Jenny? Each of you.
I would say I'm kind of an in-between. Lola is, you know, this really cool, brave, free-spirited young girl who isn't afraid to just live life, despite the consequences of sometimes making irresponsible decisions. But she's really passionate about her art, and a very strong girl. And I'm also very passionate about, I think we both are, about what we do, about our music and acting. And we're both also, I'm just going to answer this for both of us.
Yeah.
We're both strong, independent girls. You know, both have a really strong, incredible moms, and they taught us to be, you know, strong girls that represent girl power. And Lola and Jenny are both like that. Because Jenny, even though she's a little bit more inside the box, she's still a strong, powerful young girl who, you know, we both saved the day together.
What she said.
She
No,
leaves
it's
her
true.
hanging.
It always happens to me.
It's true though. I think just because both of us, like I was saying earlier, you know, I take from Lola because she's got that edgy sense of humor, and she's very, you know, she's very passionate about her art, whereas Jenny can't be creative to save her life, and I think that's kind of what I spend my life doing. But I will say that I am sort of a perfectionist like Jenny, and I think it's good in our industry, in our lane, and what we do, to make sure that we're always putting our best foot forward, and that we care about what we're doing. And I think that Jenny definitely does. She maybe cares a little too much sometimes, but but it's good. It's good, especially when you're caring for kids. It's good to care a little bit too much.
Jenny is also not funny, like me.
I like the song Wild Side, and I saw that you're going to be performing at the Radio Disney Music Awards. By any chance, is that what you're going to be singing?
We can't say, but yes, we're both performing, and we're so excited.
Yes,
to be
yesterday
performing.
we filmed something fun for
For
Wild Side.
so coming soon.
I'm glad you guys like the song though.
Yes. Sabrina wrote it.
Really? We filmed it together.
Yes.
Yes.
That's cool.
I wrote it before we did the movie.
Yeah.
In the movie, can you guys each share separately what was your favorite part of the movie and what you liked so much about your favorite part? Yeah.
Oh, my favorite part of the movie. One of my favorite scenes, besides where we first meet, because I think that totally shows the dynamic of these 2 new babysitters and gets you ready for the adventure that you're about to go on. And the rap battle, which is really fun.
Yeah.
I love the simple bathroom makeover scene for Jenny, just because it's like a time where she's not getting a full makeover where they're glamming her up and making her look like someone she's not, but just kind of letting her hair down in a way where she can be a little bit more adventurous like Lola, and it just kind of shows you what she's taken from this whole adventure that they've had together, and how she's a little bit more confident than she was before.
I also love the rap battle scene. Well, me and Sabrina got to be rappers for the first time in our lives.
And
We
the
were like
and the
trying to
last
like
time.
beat Iggy Azalea and Nicki Minaj. And it was just such a fun scene to shoot. It was so high energy. The music was awesome. The energy in the club was great. The kids were so cute and so hysterical. We had a great shoot. And I also thought that in that moment was kind of the beginning of their friendship, because until then they never really understood each other or really saw anything in each other they could relate to. But in that moment they kind of were on equal ground for the first time, and we're like, this girl's kind of cool. This girl's kind of cool. And despite their differences, they start this really beautiful friendship throughout the film that is my favorite part of the movie.
You most of Descendants was a lot of choreography and everything like that. Do you think it's easier to shoot a movie like this, where there's a lot of dialogue and y'all are moving all these different places, or?
It's definitely different. Shooting a movie like Descendants that has so many musical numbers is definitely, you have a lot more to shoot, I guess, and a lot more to think of because you have to think of choreography and, you know, the scenery and all the big dance numbers. But we had quite a bit of stuff to do in this movie as well because we had a lot of action scenes rather than dance scenes. So I think it's just different. But it's definitely really cool to have a change from Descendants, where Descendants was very much a fairy tale, and this was very much more like grounded in reality, and Lola was very much like just a regular teenage girl.
The two of you are role models for young girls.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you. That's an honor coming from you guys.
Yes.
What is that like for you, and what does that do for your personal lives, being in the public eye?
Well, like Sabrina said, it is an honor to be able to be in a position where we can influence young girls, and it's a big responsibility, but it's a beautiful responsibility because, you know, as we were growing up, we looked up to actors and singers to be our role models as well, and their voice and what they stand for always influenced us so much. And I think we're very lucky to be able to tell stories like Lola and Jenny's story, like Evie's story, like Girl Meets World, girls who represent girl power, you know, because girls can take over the world, and I think it's important that girls know that and that we remind them of that. So I think it's an honor to be able to share these stories with them.
Well, and also the fact that I think Sophia and I both, since I'm speaking for you now, since we both had such big dreams and aspirations as to what we wanted to do, and I think the fact that we've been able to figure out those dreams and not only get to do them every day, but, you know, love what we do every day, is hopefully an inspiration to girls everywhere and boys to figure out what they want to do, and make sure that whatever they do in life that they love, so that way they don't have to work a day in their life.
Exactly.
Who were your role models growing up?
My role model has always been my mom. She is the most incredible woman in the world, most incredible woman I know, and I always strive to be just a little bit like her every day. Even if it's just like 10% of what she is, that would be enough, because she is truly my hero.
My mom and dad and my older sisters, my whole family, the Carpenter bunch is kind of a special bunch. And I think that my parents always stressed in my head that I was unique and that I was special, and that I was different, and that I could do whatever I put my mind to. And those are the kind of people that you want to have in your life forever, and I'm lucky to call them family.
Are either of you two into photography? And were the pictures that you were taking real, or did they go back and take those shots to get the specific shots?
They didn't have enough confidence in us to use our pictures. They should look at our Instagrams, though, because we do a pretty good job. I mean, my sister Sarah is very into film photography, and then I have a Polaroid. We took a lot of Polaroids on set. Our producer was so incredible and bought all the kids a Polaroid. A Polaroid
cool.
camera
So
because
the most incredible
because I
memories.
brought mine and I was taking pictures everywhere and they got so into it, which I thought was so cool that they were so enamored by those
and
cameras.
they have like full
Little-
albums with all the Polaroids of every moment on set. It's
I
so
have an
beautiful.
Adventures in Babysitting photo album for
Yes.
just stuff from filming the movie.
Which scene was the most difficult to shoot?
The most difficult scene to shoot, maybe because of the time constraint, it's that one a really emotional scene between Jenny and Lola.
Oh yeah.
That I think we had a total of 3 minutes to shoot it.
To finish shooting it.
It was the climax of the movie emotionally between the two girls. It's when Lola confesses to Jenny that she told her love interest Zach that she didn't want to go to the concert, and Jenny realized that her heart is destroyed, and then Lola at that moment really feels absolutely horrible.
Her heart is destroyed.
Yeah, you were so
It's true,
heartbroken.
I was.
We were both in tears, and I remember it was such an adrenaline rush because
it was freezing outside.
It was freezing outside. It was like 10 o'clock at night. It was freezing. She had to be out of there in like 2 minutes, and we had to shoot. We had one shot for each close-up, and we did it. And it was such a rush, and it's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
I think also one of the hardest was, do you remember when we were outside, right before we did the bus scene with Carl, but like all that stuff outside, and it was so cold, it was bitter. We had to wear like 5 layers underneath, and I think just trying to like focus while also like shaking.
We were also in a really scary area.
Yeah.
If I was around here with a bunch of kids, I'd be frightened.
It was a little sketch.
It was
a little sketch. Yeah.
And my daughter looks up to both of you. I asked, I asked
Thank
her if she had
you.
any questions, and she actually did. She wants to know how you feel about your wardrobe versus Descendants.
Oh, I
She's
love
into
that
fashion
question.
and she just really.
What's her name?
Her name is Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy, I'll send her my love. Well, Kennedy, I absolutely love fashion, just like you. And I love both Evie and Lola's wardrobes. But Evie's wardrobe was much more like fantastical, more fairy tale. It was definitely girlier, more feminine, and a little bit more over the top because Evie is Evie. And Lola, her fashion is definitely much more hipster. It's cooler, it's real, a little bit rock and roll, a little bit punk. And it was very cool too. It was a very different side of me, Lola. So it was very cool to have both.
Have you guys ever wanted to take anything from either of your wardrobes? Do you remember?
Yeah,
which
so many
piece
things.
it
I took
was?
Jenny's bra home.
You took I took Lola's bra home too. It was a good bra.
Hey, when you find a good bra,
It's a good
Oh,
bra.
God, it was Calvin Klein. I was like, I'm not gonna leave it.
Yes.
no joke.
But I think both of us. I really liked my jacket because it was
Yeah, the
super
camo,
reminiscent
that
of
was great.
Elizabeth's shoes, and I thought that was cool that we kept that kind of classic look from the beginning. But no, I think it was cool. Like we said, we got to have like a couple of different looks throughout the movie. That really just showcased our characters and who they were. So
And their journey and everything.
yeah, it really told their story.
Yeah.
Both of you guys are, of course, like role models. My daughter loves Evie. She loves your character in Girl Meets World. Like, what kind of reactions and stuff do you get from fans? Like, the social media is so big; they reach out to you all the time. Like, how is that for you guys?
It's really one of my favorite parts of our job, apart from being able to do what we love every day. We get to feel and share so much love with your daughters and your sons, and it really means the world to us to know that, you know, they take their time out of their day to make photos for us, make videos for us. When we meet them, they get emotional, and I almost always get very emotional as well because it's still surreal to me that, you know, someone can look up to you and care about you so much, and you can feel the same way about them. And I love that social media is really the best way to stay connected to them and really feel like you can talk to them directly, they can talk to us directly. And it was my birthday just on Sunday, and the amount of love that I received from all of my fans was just so beautiful, and it really made me feel so loved, and I just hope to give it all back to them because we're here because of them.
Right, and you guys control obviously what your kids watch and what you want your kids to take in. So the fact that you've obviously maybe, I don't know, chosen to, you know, watch Descendants or Girl Meets World or hopefully Adventures in Babysitting, that means the world to us, and to be able to have such an instant interaction with social media nowadays is really special. The fact that, you know, you could make someone's day and you don't even know them, or you could get to know someone that quickly, is wonderful, and I think it's nice to have that instant connection.
I think we have time for one more question, and then we're going to do some photos.
Either of you have experiences, not necessarily in babysitting, but something you can relate to from the movie that happened to you?
I've never been chased by a ferret before.
Never been arrested.
Never been arrested. Oh yeah, I got arrested. Never done that. Definitely never done that.
Dated a cute cop?
Have you ever dated the washer?
Never dated a cute cop. I had trouble loading the washer. Funny story. First year of college. The washing
Never
machine
had a
was
rap
very
battle.
Never had a rap battle. You've never driven.
I've never driven. That's for sure.
I think we just created y'all's bucket list.
I think so.
All of this. I was like,
Apparently
technically
so.
we did all of this.
Except going to jail.
Yeah, no.
Not that one.
Leave that off.
Leave that one off. Yeah. No, I think the best part is that we got to experience it on the screen, and that
And
you guys
together.
can and together.
That's fun.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Those were awesome questions. Thank you guys.
Yeah.